Yes, okay.
Yes, it's working.
Okay, so should we start with the icebreaker game, Karina? What do you think?
Yeah, sure, can be. Annie, could you separate your 3 truths and a lie?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I should have different papers of the.
No, just say, I mean, you can just say 4 sentences and Karina and I will guess what the lie is.
Okay. I play floorball. I have an older brother. One of my favorite foods is tacos. I like to stay home and watch movies.
I think I know which is the lie, because we met in our previous webinar, and so Karina, you have to guess, because I think I know the answer.
I think the lie is about the tacos.
Okay, no. No.
You can have a second try.
Oh, about your brother?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But do you have any like siblings or something?
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Little sister.
Yeah.
Yes, because Karina, you have to know that last week Annie and I met, and she showed me a picture of her family, and so this is why I already knew the answer.
I thought it was the tacos because I don't know, maybe because where you live, I thought, I'm not sure if they are like very into tacos or something.
Yes. So Karina, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to say like my 4 sentences, then you need to guess. I think Maddalena will know, so.
Okay.
Don't give any. Okay. So the first one is that I speak Japanese. The second one is that I have a sister. The third one is that I have a 13-year-old dog. And the fourth one is that it's going to be my 3rd time in a X-Culture Symposium.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Is it a dog?
The dog? No, yeah. It's true. I have a dog that is 13 years old. So the remaining ones are that I speak Japanese, I have a sister, and it's going to be my 3rd time in the symposium.
Okay, do you speak Japanese?
Yeah, I don't speak Japanese, so that's the lie. Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's your turn, Madam.
Yes. So my first sentence is, I was bitten by a snake last year while I was doing a safari in Kenya. My second sentence is, I can swim for 5 hours without stopping. The third one is, I have a brother. He has blue eyes and blonde hair. The fourth one is, I had a lot of fun during the last year symposium.
All of them seems like a lie except for the last one. I think the second one is false about swimming.
Okay, what about you, Annie?
Okay, so is it a snake?
So Annie actually won, because I have never been to Kenya, even if one of my biggest dreams is to do a safari in Africa. And to prove that I told you the truth, I have some pictures here that I want to share with you. So the first one is about my brother. Can you see the picture? I blow it up a little.
Okay.
Can you see it? And as you can see, he is blonde and he has blue eyes. And this annoys me every time, because you have to understand that my parents have green eyes, my brother has blue eyes, and I am the only one who has brown eyes in my family. And although people always tell me, you know, you have to be happy because you look like the typical Italian woman, because you have dark hair, dark eyes, I'm always jealous of my brother, actually. So, yeah, I'm joking, but it's true. The second one is about swimming. So I practice long distance swimming, and I am a non-professional swimmer, but I love swimming a lot. And so every time I have the chance to do it, I go to the swimming pool and swim. And last year I broke my own record because I swam for 14 kilometers without stopping, and it took me 5 hours. And yes, I was very happy because I managed to finish the race, and everything went good. And so I was very happy. And this is me with my swimming suit at the end of the race.
So, oh, that's impressive, man.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I can, like,
actually, I wanted. Yeah, okay. And I wanted to show you some pictures about last year's symposium, but I think, I don't know why, but I deleted them from my PC, so I'm not able to share them, but I assure you that it was a lot of fun, and I'm sure it will be a lot of fun this year too. Mm. And Karina, you attended several symposia as well, and so I'm sure you agree.
2 symposiums. Just going to be the
several.
Yeah, but I think like every time we think, oh, last year was better. So but you always like how can I say this? It's always like over your expectations. So it's always better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Annie, since nobody seems to join us, I just wanted to highlight some points with Karina about our next steps. So, first of all, actually, I have a question for you. How is it going with the team logo, the team charter, and the team slogan in your group?
Yeah, so we have started to, we have done the charter. And we didn't understand if we were going to make a team name or if we were going to make a slogan.
All right. What do you mean with you're not sure?
Yeah. So we were going to make a slogan or a team name.
Actually, you should do both if you can. So you should try to create a logo and decide a name for your team. It can be anything. It can be Team One, the Lions, or I don't know, the X-Culture Kids. No, I'm joking about it. It can be anything. Yeah. But, and yes, we thought it would be a great idea if you could associate a slogan to your team logo as well. So
yeah, it would be a plus, you know. But yes, if you can only manage to do the logo and the name, it's fine. And I think, Mada, you're going to talk a little more about the team charter, right?
Yes. This is actually the second question I wanted to ask you, Annie, because I just wanted to understand if you already divided the roles among you, if you decided who the team leader is, who's going to research on the marketing part, who is going to research on the pricing one, and so on.
Yeah, so we haven't decided a team leader because we talked about it last Monday, and we thought that it was good to not have a team leader, and then if it didn't work, we were going to have one later. So we haven't decided roles either.
Okay, I think Karina, then if you want to add something to what I'm about to say, I will be more than happy. But I think that it's very important that you start dividing the roles. I mean, if you don't want to decide a team leader, it's perfectly fine, but you should divide the roles because it's very important that some of you starts working on the marketing part, as I said, and somebody else starts working on the other parts of the challenge. But I think that the most important thing is that you mustn't do one of the most common mistakes, that is not sharing ideas, because a lot of times it happens that if a person is tasked to research on the marketing part, that person does only the marketing part. And this is not good, because I mean, if you are tasked to do some research on that topic, you have to do that, but then you have always to share your ideas with the group, because otherwise your final work won't be effective, won't be properly done. And you have to collaborate. You are a team, so you always have to share ideas, and you all must agree with your final decisions. What do you think, Karina?
I think it's important to have a leader, as Maddalena was saying, especially because you have a really tight deadline until the symposium. It's important to have someone reinforcing the deadlines, reinforcing what needs to be done. Perhaps right now you don't know who's going to be a leader, but you could maybe assign someone to do this right now. And usually leaders just how can I say they emerge in a group, so it's usually a natural process. There is going to be someone that's going to take leadership. So right now, if you don't know who is this person, you could assign, and then maybe later it could change. There is no problem on doing that, but it's important to have someone that is going to help everyone to work together, coordinate communication and everything.
Yes, I mean, if you are the team leader, it doesn't mean that you are better than the others. It means that you, as Karina said, you can remind the others about the deadlines, you can set the pace of your work, and so on. So yes, it would be better if you started to work on your team charter. And maybe next week, Karina, tell me what you think about that. But I was thinking that we could provide some examples of team charters, so that they can better understand what a team charter is and how to divide the roles properly.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. In fact, maybe we could do it by the middle, by Wednesday or something, because there are other groups that are also working in this activity, and maybe it's not clear for them what's going on. And as we said, they should do this as soon as possible. So maybe I can start working on one, and then I can send it to you. Then we validate and send it by Wednesday. What do you think?
Yeah, yes, I agree. What do you think, Annie? Would it help you, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, perfect. And yes, so the third point is, have you already had the chance to read the document that was released by the airport last week?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so I don't really understand the challenge. So yeah.
Yeah,
so,
because you have to know that we ambassadors do not have additional information so far compared to what it's written in the document. And as far as I understood reading the document, and as far as I understood from Vastara's words, creativity plays the most important role in this challenge. So you have to be very creative rather than rational in order to, I'm missing the English word, but in order to surprise your CEO. And Karina, what do you think?
I think that she said she didn't understand the challenge as a whole, right? What should be done. Maybe you should focus on reading all the activities that they're performing right now, because there are some activities that they don't want to focus right now, and there are some activities that they said we should explore these ones. So maybe you should like try to read the challenge again, read all the activities, and check which one they are saying, oh, we should focus on this type of activities, and we want some creative and innovative ideas to complete the challenge that students should work on. So maybe, I don't know if it's gonna help, but probably reading the challenge again and coming with more specific questions and in the webinar is going to be a good thing.
Yes, that's true, because yes, it's very important if you manage to attend the webinar that is going to take place on June 24th at 11:30 a.m. East, because we will meet the CEO of the Calgary Airport, and here you have the chance to ask specific questions, and we can better understand together what the Calgary Airport wants you to work on. So yes, but for sure, if you want to win, I think that as we said, creativity and innovation play the most important roles.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So actually, yes, the webinar with the CEO of the Calgary Airport was my last point in the webinar agenda. I just wanted to underline again that Karina and I asked to join your WhatsApp group, because in this way it's easier for us to communicate with you, and vice versa. I mean, if you have any issue, and you have just to text us and we will answer you for sure. Moreover, I think that by the end of next week we will be able to create a maxi WhatsApp group with all the students who have been assigned to the Calgary Airport, and this will be a useful tool as well in case of emergency, for example, because once we are in Calgary, if you have any issue, and you can contact us via that WhatsApp group.
Yes, I think we should also maybe align if you want to do like more webinars with your group, or if you want to contact us via WhatsApp when you need us. Maybe it's important to establish like the frequency that we want to talk with your group, with you. What do you think?
Yes.
So maybe
so it's good. Yeah.
You can talk.
Yeah, but it's good that we have maybe one each week. Yeah, that will be good.
Yes, I think we should decide in the WhatsApp group at what time we are going to schedule the webinars, because we would like that all the group members actually were able to attend our webinars, and not just one person, because it's useful if we can share ideas together, as we previously mentioned, and yes, in order to find an efficient way to collaborate and to work on your presentation. And yes, so maybe let's create a doodle, as you, Karina, suggested me last week, and so that we can schedule in a better way our next webinar.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that sounds good. So I'm going to create a doodle. Mada, I'm just going to align with you later your availability, and then I can send to students. I think since we are like 2 ambassadors for this group, if one of us can attend, so I think it's fine. I know we should both try to attend. Sure. If it's not possible, if one of us is available, I think we could set the time that most teammates are able to attend.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so let's do it. I'll create the doodle and I'll send in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Karina, I don't know, do you have any other open points that you want to highlight?
Well, I think we have suggested schedule in the airport challenge. Like in this week we should do this, in this week you should do that. And we are in the week that your team should start brainstorming the ideas. And for what you said, you are still trying to understand what should be done. So I think you should like focus on this activity this week. Otherwise, you will start to get a bit like late in terms of track in the activities. Okay, so if you could like put some focus on these activities, like understand the challenge and brainstorm the ideas this week, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Okay. And you should email us your team charter name and logo. We will try to provide you an example of team charter. Okay.
Good. So I think we are done actually. And yes, stay tuned for our next webinar next week. And have a nice Monday.
Yeah. You too.
Hello.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.